G'day guys, and welcome to another Kinspirations tutorial. Today we're going to show you how to make a splash page. I'm going to put up a raw splash page today, one that I've made up so that you guys can customize. So it's not going to be fancy, don't expect it to be fancy. This tutorial is just to show you how to line a splash page into your webs. Okay, to get started, we'll go to one of my test sites, and I'm in your site manager at the moment, and what I want to do is I want to go to my file manager and I'm going to upload a file. So I click on file manager, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload a single file. Now I want it to go to the root directory, I don't want it to go to a folder. Don't send this file to a folder, it's very important, keep it in your root directory. Now I'm going to go get my file, find it first, and we're not finding it. I'm not finding it. I'm on my laptop today guys, so things work a bit different on my laptop. I don't particularly like them. I try to avoid using it as much as I can. And there's my splash page code. Now I'm going to upload my splash page code to the root directory. That's the very first step after editing it. Okay, now my splash page code has appeared. It's just here. It says splash page /raws.txt. I want to change the name of that file and change it to index.html, and I'm going to save that. And it's going to ask me if I'm sure and if it's unusable, blah blah. Don't worry about it. Yes, we want to save it. That's done in lowercase as well guys, so it's index.html. Now that I've done that guys, I want to go straight to my site manager and I want to make a new page. And just for the sake of it, I always call this page splash. Okay, so I create the new page. Now when this page loads and we're in editing mode, I don't want to do a thing to it. I don't want to add a contents box, I don't want to do anything. I just want to publish the page. Publish all. Now there's my splash page here. Now next thing I want to do is I want to switch my home page. So I switch my home page and I'll switch it to the splash. And I'll set my home page. And there we go. And because we don't want that appearing on the nav bar, we want to make that invisible. So here's my splash page now, invisible. I'll slide it to the top because it is probably the most important page. And I'll click to save my changes. Okay, so now that we've saved our changes, I want to go to my site and see if it actually works. So we'll go, what is it? prisonplanet.webs.com, and here's my splash page. So as you can see, my splash page has come up. It's got a white background. It's just got that you can put content here and there, and it's got obviously my copyright down the bottom, and it's got a sign in and join up. Now if I sign into that, it's not going to work because I haven't lined in the site. So what you got to do here is you have to fill in the blanks on the splash page. What you'll do is you put your site where it says, your site, and you'll fill in the blanks, and in the content area you'll put the content you want to display on your splash page, and then you have the option of putting more into your footer. Now just to explain that a little bit more before I sign off, because that's how you make a splash page, just to show you that a little bit more, I'll go back to my file manager now and that decides to load. The index.html is now editable, so I can come in here and edit it, and as you can see, It's just a whole heap of raw code. I've made this really easy for you guys. Up here I've got a note to say that to back it up, and then I've got steps here: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then I've got start splash and where to edit and where not to, like do not edit here, finish do not edit here. Then I've got here site title, edit your site title here, keep it 18 characters or shorter. So this goes all the way through, all the way down to the bottom of the splash page, and then you've got your start content custom area. This is where you'll put all your stuff that you want to display on your splash page. And then you've got your sign in area. That's the part that you just saw on the preview, where you can change the colors, and obviously you change your site address, which is just here, and that'll be in there 4 times, guys, so be careful. Okay, so it's in there once there, it's in here another time here, and so on and so on. So you can edit that, and then it's finish your buttons. And then you've also got your footer area where you can add extra content if you want. So you can put your content in between there for your footer. And then I've even given you guys a no right click code. So that'll take care of your splash page. Not necessarily your site. I can't remember if it takes care of the whole site or not. I don't think it does. But then no right clicks in there, so you don't need to edit that. And then the finish of your splash page. Now if you make changes and you're doing it on webs, make sure that you save it up here in the corner, and the changes are instantaneous, and then you can just view your site and you're done. I always prefer to edit in either Dreamweaver or Notepad++. Notepad++ is free. You can download it by just going into our directory or resources. You can find a link there, or just type into a new tab Notepad++, and it'll come up. So that's our tutorial today, guys, on how to make a splash page. I hope you enjoyed it. Take your time with a splash page. Okay, it's very, very easy to make mistakes on a splash page. If you have any troubleshooting problems that you need to take care of, just give me an email. I'm happy to help. I've also put up a preview of a splash page that I currently use, which is just a simple one. And I've also given you the code there as well as this video. So I hope it helps. Splash pages are really, really good to have, guys, but only if you do your keywords, meta tags, and site titles correctly, and give them content that's going to interest them within 8 seconds and make them want to sign into your site. If you can't do that, you're better off not having a splash page. Okay, but if you can, do it, because splash pages is what Facebook, MySpace, and all the rest of them use, and they do it for a reason. Okay, it's because they're getting your attention and they want you to become a member, because that's what makes sites work, is members. Alright, but experiment. If you haven't got your 8 seconds down flat, if you cannot get a member overnight with a splash page, you haven't got the 8-second rule down pat. You need to get it down pat. Site needs to load in 8 seconds. It needs to be interactive, excellent content that isn't going overboard, that's just going to sit there and say, I want to know more. That's the goal that you need to get. If you get that goal, you've got the perfect splash page. Okay, so until next time, guys, take care and keep making great websites.